hope you guys are all okay and all good. Welcome to another video and my March book haul. I got a bit rubbish at videos in February, for which I sincerely apologise for, but as I say every single time, I'm going to try and get back on it and do my best, but sometimes I just don't know what to make videos about, and I just get really floopy about the whole thing. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling on about that. I hope you guys are all okay and all good. I'm going to go straight into the books now. I didn't buy any books in March. Because I did such a big haul at Goes the Word in February, it didn't feel right to buy anything in March. Plus, there wasn't really anything that took on my fancy. Because I don't really have money in my little imaginary budget to spend on books beyond my book token. I know I only have that amount to spend. So there are books that I'm still sort of waiting for. Does that make sense? So the books I'm still sort of waiting for, one of which I saw in a shop the other day and I didn't buy it because it was on a buy one get one half price offer and I couldn't see anything else that I wanted. I don't know, it was a whole big thing. Let's get into the books! The first book that arrived for me in March was a book from those lovelies over at Usborne, which was The Wild Folk by Sylvia V. Lindstedt. It sounds super interesting. I love the cover that they've put on the press release. I sincerely hope they've done a cover reveal, otherwise I have just done a massive spoiler. But I think that cover looks super, super beautiful. So this is the first in a duology that is being pitched as something for fans of Frances Harding and Philip Pullman, with a little dash of C.S. Lewis thrown in for good measure. It sounds super fun, so thank you Usborne for sending this over. I do believe I've only just made my way back onto their list, so I'd better get to reading. Next up, I got one from those lovelies over at David Fickling Books, which is Bone Talk by Candy Gourlay. Candy Gourlay was the author of a book called Shine, I believe, and also one called Tall Story. I've not read either of them, which makes me feel really bad, but I do remember when I was a bookseller the first time, so this is years upon years ago, I remember the bookseller that I was working with, a girl called Amy, telling me how amazing Tall Story was and how I should have read it. I think I bought it at one point. It's possibly on my shelf. It's possible I've lent it to someone. It's a whole big thing. But this is her new novel that is set amongst a remote tribe in the Philippines. I don't know too much about it beyond that, but I know that Candy Gourlay is an absolute love. I've heard nothing but wonderful things about her, so I imagine this is quite the wonderful book. So this too, from those lovelies over at Bloomsbury. Now this is a particularly special book, and I know there was a lot of people on my Twitter and my Instagram who were getting copies of this, and it's all people that I thought, oh gosh, you're very special to be getting one of those because that is beautiful. So I feel sort of loved by the lovelies over at Bloomsbury for getting a copy of this, and that is The Restless Girls by Jessie Burton, illustrated by Angela Barrett. This is a retelling of The 12 Dancing Princesses, which is not a fairy tale that I have read before, and it is coming out this Christmas, this October, I believe, and this, believe it or not, this is a proof. This is an advanced reader copy. This giant hardback is an advanced reader copy of the book. This giant hardback with this foil and some of these stunning illustrations is a bloody proof. So this is publishing on the 27th of September in hardback. They're also doing a deluxe slipcase edition because why the hell not? Jessie Burton is the author of grown-up books called The Miniaturist and The Muse, which are published by Picador and have done exceedingly well. The Miniaturist was made into a TV series that was on over Christmas. Don't know if you caught it. I did not, but it's on the old list. But a teeny tiny preview of something that blew my absolute mind, it was the first page that the book opened to, and it was this. I mean, that is bloody stunning. So this is really cool. I feel immensely privileged to have a copy, so thank you so much, Bloomsbury, for sending that over. I am very excited to see what this is, and I've heard a lot of people already saying how wonderful it is. So this. The next book was another one from Bloomsbury, which is my current read, which I actually asked for. I was very cheeky and I DM'd the publicist because there were a lot of people who got copies of this and I was really hoping I'd get one and I didn't, and I really want to read it, and so I'm reading it, obviously. And that is The Stormkeeper's Island by Catherine Doyle, an island that never forgets, a story you'll remember forever. Cat Doyle is the author of a YA series for Chicken House called Blood for Blood, which started with the book Vendetta, Mafiosa, and there was another one which I can't remember the title of, and I feel really bad. But so she wrote YA with Chicken House, and this is her first middle grade novel, and this looks beautiful, and the cover that they have for it looks completely blooming beautiful. Also there's a letter at the front which kind of made me feel really emotional. I'm how far in am I? I'm 85 pages in and I am loving this so far. It is absolutely classic feeling, gorgeous, funny, sweet middle grade, and I just live. It's so great, and I'm so intrigued to see where it's going. It's absolutely brimming with magic, so much, and I live. I'm really looking forward to reading the rest of this. It's absolutely fantastic so far. So thank you so much, Bloomsbury, for sending that over. Thank you, Emma. I love you lots, and I'm sorry for being so cheeky. And last but by no means least, this was sent over to me by my lovely friend Livs, who works at Quercus. I knew Livs from when she worked at Hotkey Books. Livs is one of the greatest salespeople you will ever met. She could sell snow to Eskimos. She could pitch a book to you and you will be in love with it before she's finished her first sentence. This was a surprise. This came to me at work and I wasn't expecting to get a copy of this. I'd heard things about it, but I'd not actually seen any of it myself. And that was Story for Boys Who Dare to Be Different, True Tales of Amazing Boys Who Changed the World Without Killing Dragons by Ben Brooks. This is very much in the vein of Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls. It's kind of a response to that in a way. Like, Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls is an amazing collection. If you've not seen it, go and have a look. It's absolutely gorgeous. And this sort of takes the lead from that book, but instead portraying role models for boys that aren't traditionally masculine in that way that is constantly shoved down our throats by the media. Does that make any sort of sense? Probably not. When I first saw adverts for this book, I wasn't really getting the vibe. I wasn't really sure what they were going for. And it's only in flicking through it and kind of seeing people in here, like, weirdly, John Green and Vincent van Gogh and Daniel Radcliffe and Stormzy and Salvador Dali and Harvey Milk, like, all Oscar Wilde, all these really, really cool people who are not under that traditional masculine umbrella, and some of them who are probably under that traditional masculine umbrella as well, but all of them with their own stories and all of them who are absolute heroes in their own way. Jeffree Star is in here. Like, all of these like amazing people who can inspire a new generation of young boys to be who they are and be completely open with themselves and who they know they are inside. Does that make any sense, or have I gone on a ramble? It's possible I've gone on a ramble. Anyway, this is an absolutely beautiful book. Thank you so much, Quercus, for sending it over. This is going to be sitting on my bedside table for quite some time as I dip in and out and learn about all these fabulous men who have existed throughout time who I don't actually know about. I love this book so very much for what it is doing, and just, it's really cool. It's really, really cool, and I really, really love it, and I hope that people pick it up and take a look at it. I do recommend. Alan Turing's in here as well. So many cool people, and hopefully this will inspire younger people and older people who sometimes are scared to be themselves. Lovely thing. Thank you so much, Livs, and thank you, Quercus, for sending this over. But those are all the books that arrived for me in the lovely month of March. What do you think to those, eh? Now that is a fun bunch of books to get through the post as well. Not the biggest haul in the world, but a super cool one to have. Let me know in the comments box down below if you have read any of these or what you think of these books that I have shown you. I should have shown you more of Stories of Boys Who Dare to Be Different. I was being really selfish. But look, Lionel Messi, John Lennon. Like, it's such a beautiful book, and like so many cool and gorgeous illustrations in there. Grayson Perry's in there too. Like, this is all the things. And I love it. Sorry, I'll stop going on, but it's really cool. Frank Ocean! Frank Ocean's in here. Can you tell I've not properly looked at this book yet? There are people in here that are surprising me every time I'm opening this book. But yes, the illustrations, sorry, I should have said who the illustrations were done by in this book. That was really remiss of me. The illustrations are done by Quentin Winter, just so you know. So Ben Brooks wrote it, and the illustrations were done by Quentin Winter. Let me know what you think of these books in the comments box below. I'd love to hear from you. I'm getting better at the comment replying. I've actually been quite good at it. I love each and every one of your faces, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!